thinking it's going to be more trash, but it was originally coming up as a decent signal, so I popped the plug out.
Let me hold it for you.
No, I'm good.
This is my first time watching someone metal detect. And we're going to find gold within seconds.
Horseshoe.
It's our lucky day. This used to be a horse farm. Nice.
Not bad.
It's going to be a lucky day. Memorial Day. Very good. That's a cool knife you got there.
These
Oh, sweet.
digging shovels. We make those. Make these ones too. So these ones cut through roots and everything else. A little bit different. Super strong.
Wow. Could have used that in the Marines. Pretty neat.
Yeah.
Kind of worried that over there you're not going to be able to find anything just because of all the damn trash, you know, but...
Well, I'll switch to a different coil, but I figured at least go around it first and see what's going on. I always recheck all the holes because you never know what's going on here.
I like watching those videos when they find the huge gold nugget just sitting on
Oh yeah.
the top. Like, we just made 40,000. I always keep an eye out when I'm plowing. Never know.
Especially if you ever find like Indian artifacts, some of that stuff here in Michigan.
We have so many fields and so many random areas that I definitely think I'm going to find something one day. We had one field that had a plane crash in it. We'd always find parts of the plane, actually. I guess the pilot got drunk one day and stole the plane. Crashed it. Probably back in the 80s, I believe. This is where we found about 150 bottles, I'd say. So he's going to work his way over there eventually, and we'll see. My dad's out here disking. Gonna get this field planted organic corn. Get that all knocked out today. Feed the damn hippies. There we go.
Get that out of there so you don't pop a tire at least.
You know what that is? A little bit of scrap. Pay off that nice truck you got. I don't even really like being around that tool though, because it reminds me of an E-tool in the Marine Corps. You know, I feel like you're gonna make me dig a hole, fighting a hole.
This is real jumpy, and usually when the signal's like that, it's not very good. But
Is it making different sounds, like aggressive and softer?
yeah, what I'll do is I'll unplug it in a second. You'll be able to hear it.
Oh yeah. It's probably better for dramatic effect.
It's rated about 7 inches down, but we'll see.
Have you ever done Civil War areas?
Nah, I don't get to go down south very often, so I go on beaches and other things like that when I go on vacation with the family, but usually around here I try to do historical farms and areas that way. About all we got around here in Michigan. You know, guys down south can get a lot of the Civil War areas and travels and stuff. All right, whatever's there is out. So let's see what it is now.
Oh,
Pull tab. Some can saw, we call it. One of the cans. Just a piece of mail. Alright.
at least the ground's soft for you.
Oh yeah, much easier digging than just in clay like we normally do.
What would you say your favorite find is of all time?
I love finding old coins and buttons, but my favorite find, I found a 1831 silver cat bust dime. So it's one of my favorite ones I found. Very, very good conditions.
Do you have a video of that?
No, I don't think well, we might have it on our channel called the Yard Dogs. So if you look that up, it's been a few years since we did that one. Do a lot of find a lot of large cent pennies from the early 1800s, mid 1800s and everything. So we got a lot of those on video and everything. So.
Well, check out that YouTube.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see or not. The sun's kind of... Dad's discing out there. Can't ask for a better day on Memorial Day. About 80 degrees, not a cloud in the sky. Feel like a Tigers announcer. I have a couple other videos where I'm finding a bunch of bottles in here. If you want to look at my YouTube, there's pretty cool finds.
Now my machine's going crazy over here.
I bet. Is there different sounds for valuable stuff like gold?
Yeah, so, and with the readout, I can always verify if the readout, it kind of tells me the depth in the machine. This is Minelab, CTX 3030, so a lot of you have them out there that use it, so like that can right there. So that's reading that can, but if it's in the ground, sometimes it gives it a little bit different signal. It all depends on what the conditions of the soil is and everything else of that nature. So just trying to weed out the sounds that are choppy and everything else like that. It gives you more trashy compared to a nice solid tone.
Nice.
zone right here. Probably just trash. But I'm getting a double signal because it's so close to the surface, but that also could be because it might be bent over or whatever else too, so. See if we can figure it out.
Oh, there it is.
Yep.
Pull tab. I believe from 1640. There you go. What era do you think that's from?
Anywhere from the
80s?
50s to 70s.
I'm surprised it lasts that long. You think
Oh,
it'd rust? Yeah, I just turned all this up. I was plowing this whole field here, about 30 total hours, and randomly just started pulling real old antique bottles up. We're gonna take a Bobcat and look through this better. Figured we'd get a metal detector out here and see if we can retire.
Alright, so here's a different tone for you. Hear how that's a higher pitch?
That means better grade.
Yeah, or it's just a better type of aluminum can, so.
Hey, aluminum's high right now. I haven't really found a good can yet. They're all mangled. Bunch of Fago cans.
Piece of plastic. Gotta be something small. That. Get that. Another part of a can. This is the other part of the target.
Yeah, that would suck digging in wet clay. Probably takes 3 times longer.
Ah, look at that. Our coin.
No way.
Yeah. That was the higher signal I was getting. Keeps getting.
Huh.
So let's see. So it's a dime. Doesn't look like it's silver, but.
Pretty neat.
1966.
Pretty cool.
So that was when I was saying it's a better target there. That was the signal we were getting, even though we flipped some of the other garbage out of the hole. Keep it.
Nope. It's all you, brother. I appreciate you coming out. Yeah, this spot hasn't been plowed in at least 25, 30 years. I'm the first person to turn it over in a long time. So, good chance anything buried here is pretty old. You got a whole technique.
Oh yeah.
Do people find gold nuggets in situations like this?
Well,
Just in Michigan?
not so much in Michigan.
I've seen around the Great Lakes you can.
Yeah, in some of the creeks, the problem is back in I think the 1800s, the federal government did a thing where you can't mine gold east of the Mississippi. That's why there's no gold mines this way. They're all out west. Doesn't mean there's not gold here, but like in the creeks and stuff.
See, people, another reason why small government is the way to go.
Another pop can lid. I always recheck it just to make sure there ain't nothing else here. That's it.
Last time I seen somebody doing this was Iraq, or Afghanistan actually, so
Looking for mines.
yeah. They probably had a not that nice of one, you know. They probably gave them the $20 jobs.
Well, here's a different signal, but this is all trash.
You can tell by the,
Yeah, see how it's deeper?
probably like a nail or something.
Yeah, well, it could be just more tin foil and stuff. We'll dig it so you can see what it looks like. See how it's changing different tones? It's the same part though. See, it's the same part.
Are you messing with the settings on that while you're...
No, I usually like a couple of my settings I have. Like I'll have one for my beach mode I switch to, and when I go in the salt water. But other than that,
What is this thing called?
this is a Minelab CTX 3030.
Nice. I'm gonna get me one. You know, the funniest thing is I'd probably just use it for finding nuts and bolts out in the field, because we'll lose a nut or bolt and, you know, you have to go all the way into town for a new one.
Got it in the plug there.
You know, that little wand thing would be handy for a farmer.
A nice little pin pointer like that.
Mm-hmm. Bottle
Part of your
top.
bottles for a. No, it's a light bulb.
Hmm.
Bottom of a light bulb.
Is this signed by Edison? Nice. I seen a couple spots where they had fires too, and I seen a glass that was completely melted. So
Yeah, there must have been their old dump here. They burn all their trash back in the day.
there's a bunch of those bottles though that, you know, the names were etched in it. So that makes me think it's pretty old. I don't know.
Yeah, some of those embossed bottles. I don't know enough about them. There's some guys out there that. And then some of those embossed ones are only done in certain areas too.
Which one are you talking about?
Like where the letters are etched on them or embossed on them.
Right?
Sometimes they were allowed to make their own bottles in certain areas.
Oh, so it's like a local thing and might have local ties. I like finding Faygo stuff around here.
Oh, absolutely.
This whole thing's littered with Faygo stuff. He's kind of doing the outskirts, you know, so he's not overwhelmed in this junk pile, I'm figuring, so that's probably how I'd do it too.
It's a modern cap.
Black label. At least it's not super deep, so
No.
you don't waste a bunch of time. Oh, there's some scrap.
Another lid.
Mm-hmm. You know what's a neat video I was seeing the other day was they found a medieval what do you call it? Bathroom.
Oh, really?
You know what I mean? So they
Latrine
dug
and
through like
outhouse?
yeah. And they found like, you know, shoes and stuff that fell in there. Perfectly preserved.
Well, back in the day, they used to throw all that stuff down in the latrines, so,
And they'd have pigs down there too, huh?
so they eat all this stuff. I've gotten a signal over here. That's why I'm just doing it by hand, because I knew it was
I'm just glad you don't have to
just a pipe.
do some serious digging, you know. And suck to dig for 10 minutes just to get this.
Yeah. It is interesting that they did it all up in here, though. Kind of.
My dad thinks that it got drugged by like a bulldozer or something, maybe.
Into it.
Yeah. Because there's no, you know, it's kind of just spread sporadically. That was my big word for the day. Sporadically. Don't ask me to spell it. Hip up anonymous.
Decent signal, but I think it's a longer pipe because it's going all the way up here.
Right.
It gets real trashy back there, but
You want to get in the scrapping business? This would be a bad hobby for a hoarder. Just have piles of trash. That one's broke down. Yeah, I bought me a GoPro the other day and just haven't even turned it on yet. Well, left my oil filter there. I'm gonna bury this in the ground and let's act like you found it.
is that off your tractor? Or?
I was using it to hold the phone up actually,
Oh.
and I had it on the side of my truck and my dumbass just forgot about it. That's how I lose fuel caps. I thought that was an arrowhead for a second.
Oh yeah. Well, it definitely broke, but if it's broke by a plow.
It looks like somebody was sharpening it, but I don't know.
Yeah, that flint and stuff's real easy to
It could be
fracture apart.
Yeah, it
That's
could
why
be
they always
natural.
used it. Huh.
Do you know any history about the place? Did Steve tell you?
All he said is that the state here, the farm was originally about 200 years old when it was founded here, but the house itself is roughly about 140 years old. So later on, I'll go up by the front yard a little bit. The backyard has been changed many times throughout the years when I was looking on my research, but the front yard looks like it's stayed about the same, just a few less trees. So
What's the best way to do research when you're doing something like this?
if you can find old maps is good, or old pictures of the areas. A lot of places have that, or your local museum and historical society and different things. There's a few sites online that you could be a part of too to do some research.
Here you go. Civil War bottle. There's probably a better chance of something good out in the middle of a field, you know, like a wedding ring falling off of a...
Well, that's the thing. Just like we found that horseshoe on the way up to it, a lot of times we find stuff not right up against a building or anything else. We usually find it in the middle of a field or
Right,
a certain distance away where people were working by hand and everything.
right. What era was that horseshoe?
That horseshoe, let's take a look at that again.
You can throw that up there if you don't carry that around. That
That's alright. I mean, it's a pretty even one, but
looks small.
yeah.
Is that just because it's war? Or?
Yeah, a little bit worn, but also the different types of horses too. This would have been in like a pulling horse. This probably would have been a small little buggy carriage, or one that they might have been doing like shows with, or show horse.
That's interesting to learn about.
So doesn't have, it's not real wide or thick to be like a big pulling horse.
So something like that you just keep on a shelf and just for a story to tell people?
Yep.
And
You also can
do you
tell by,
label
like,
it? Do you label it, or do you just remember everything?
a lot of times I remember it. Some stuff I'll label, but you know, this, it'll rust up as you get it wet. So I usually don't neutralize a lot of my stuff, but you can see there's not a whole lot of nail holes in here, so they would actually, you know, nail them or staple them to the hoof. So that's been in the ground for a long time. So that's at least turn of the century, 1900, maybe late 1800s there. So
Oh
a
wow!
lot of rust built up on it.
So that's good to find.
Yeah.
Nice. I think that coin was neat. 1966. That's a good year. That was a crazy time in America, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
I wouldn't mind been back partying then. That'd been a good time.
Now this one right here is probably just another pull tab, but it's nice and consistent.
Right.
And that we're that far away from the dump area right there. I'm digging it anyways just to see that.
Yeah.
Not coming up as a coin. It's
Can
a nice even tone.
You mind just throwing this somewhere for me? I don't want to throw it on the ground. Do you think we should, or?
Trash later.
I was worried about an animal just throwing it out there in the woods. Yeah, the owner here actually is interested and said he might bring his
That's why he said
backhoe,
backhoe out here to help dig.
which would be interesting. I think a backhoe would be perfect because you just take a little bit at a time, and those bottles are so damn hard. Probably could just pull them right up. Seems like you could create something that has a little,
Footstep?
no, it has like a ball almost where you could, you know, use the pivot on it.
Oh yeah, to pivot up off the ground.
Right. I'm seeing how you're doing that there. Another thing you could do is put that thing on a 1-point sling, like you use it for a rifle,
Oh,
and you just let go of it and it'll hang, and then you can use both your hands.
I usually use it as like a crutch, so I lean against it all the time when I do something like this.
Oh, I understand what you're saying. This is a pretty good ways away from the dump site, so it might be something interesting.
Yeah, another pull tab like what I thought.
Mm-hmm. just people just walking by drinking, throwing it on the ground, I guess.
Yeah. Or last time, you know, this thing's so light, you know, if it was on top of the ground, you know, if it was strong wind or rain, it could have washed it down a little bit down that hill.
What's funny is when you go to a lot of these fields, the lower part will be a complete different color from all the soil and erosion, and there'll be some of the best crops that you can grow.
Well, and we find it too, even on a slight hill like that, you know, we'll find a lot of buttons and coins and stuff down here, because as it gets, you know, strong waters or the snow melting and everything else like that, it will wash stuff down like what you see out west in big things. Here's probably just not coming up like a can, but it probably is. Just a nice, probably a lid of it, but it's just a nice even tone. About 4 inches down.
There's probably a whole industry around this, huh?
Oh yeah.
I could probably post this on a mine or detecting fan clubs, you know. I don't know if I said that right. You know, Facebook clubs.
Sometimes we're too close to it. See, that is stuck on my shovel.
Huh?
Looks like a smushed cap.
Yep.
That's why I was getting a different reading, because it's all smushed up.
Pretty old. Maybe not though. Nice. If you glanced at it the wrong way, it almost looks like a bullet impact, you know, smushed bullet. All right.
Kind of make a loop and I'll work my way back up.
You're the boss. I'm just following along. Do you? Yeah, you're making me want to go buy one right now. What's a good price for a starter?
Well, if you guys see my friend Jeff that owns Quality Metal Detectors in Trenton, Michigan.
Does he have a website?
Yeah, he's got a website. Should be qualitymeldetectors.com. But there's a lot of hot ones out there right now that are good machines. I'm kind of partial to the Mine Labs myself, but the Equinoxes are phenomenal. That's what Carl usually uses when he goes out with me. So we always put the 3030 up against the Equinox, because he used to have a 3030, and you know, price point always changes. So I'd call Jeff. He gives you probably the best pricing around. So
That's good to know. You're gonna have to hook me up with one for free advertisement.
right.
My TikTok of finding these bottles is up to about 40,000 views, I believe, which is pretty neat. It's pretty hard to do without shaking your butt.
This one's saying it's about 9 to 10 inches down, so.
Oh, it tells you the depth.
Yeah, it gives you a close range to it. You know, it all
Depth.
depends on soil content and how the part's sitting in there. Sometimes they're on their sides or edge.
So what's your guess? What do you think it is? Seemed like you've been
Well,
spot
this one
on.
wasn't very good either, but it's probably another
Pull tab.
lid for, you get those older bottles where some of them made of steel and stuff like that, so.
Right. I would have figured this thing's been long gone, rotted away, but
Yeah.
I guess the ground kind of preserves them a little bit.
I'm still about 6 inches down from that plug that I just popped out, so.
And that's what you call that, a plug.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying though? Instead of you're using your foot, if you just put a round knob on there, where you could
Rotate it
pivot.
up and rock it up.
Yeah. Let's patent that.
Whatever it is, we got it out, so. Maybe another pull tab or whatnot. Another bottle cap.
Yep. I think this guy had a drinking problem. This would be fun to do in Louisiana. I got family out there. I'm gonna have to take metal detector. My sister has about like 30 acres, family. So, and she's right by the Mississippi.
Oh yeah, that'd be a good time then.
And then they have a little creek that down the road that comes off the Mississippi, I believe, and it floods and then it dries up. It'd be cool just go wand it. Last time we were down there, we found a huge boat rope. Took 3 of us to pick up from a tugboat.
Tugboat or even a ferry boat or something?
Yeah, and we brought it home to pull out tractors.
Might even have a crossing there or something.
It still had the loop on it. I think it probably just slipped. Oh no, you know what? It had the tree still connected to it.
Holy smokes.
They ripped the tree right out. And the tree was real old, all dry, or it's been floating a long time, so. I mean, those ropes are made to be in the water. So, like brand new. The damn thing was soaking wet with sand in it. It probably weighed 500 pounds. I'm guessing on that.
Well, people don't realize that Mississippi changes
Here's something.
directions too. Yeah, shotgun shell.
He went out to another farm that I got this year, and what was it? A 10 gauge
10 gauge long shell.
copper or all brass? Well, my brother showed up, it looks like. Boss man's here. We're all grounded. I guess this would be considered Salem, Michigan.
What's that?
I guess this would be considered Salem, Michigan.
Yeah.
There's a big dump right over here. And this is actually 8 Mile, which is all the roads in Michigan are run off of. That's why it's called Baseline. It's kind of interesting. Almost looks like you'd flip that whole thing over.
What's that?
Almost looks like that whole thing would flip over.
Yeah. Cutting through the roots a little bit real quick. I don't know if there's a
Yeah, just
piece
flip
of
it.
fencing in here or whatnot because it's coming up so. Coming up as a good signal, but it might be a good piece of aluminum or something too.
I'm glad my brother doesn't have a metal detector. He'd be out here scrapping all day. Couldn't get him to work. I'll be breaking my weeds now.
That's right. Yep, I flipped it out. There you go, Pepsi cap.
Oh, nice. What area do you think that is?
This one's probably the 80s. I'm sure somebody's
Back to the
gonna correct-
Future
Yeah.
times. Oh,
I think somebody's going to probably correct us online and tell us exactly what the date is from, but
nice.
I don't do too much in the bottles, but
I found a bunch of cool stuff in my grandpa's old house. I went to Salvation Army the other day and bought this little black statue.
yeah.
I picked it up and it weighed like 40-50 pounds of straight hardwood, and they had it for sale for 25 bucks. I go, oh, this thing's worth money. And we looked it up, it was worth $300-400 bucks.
Holy smokes.
I like doing stuff like that.
A lot more trash up this way already.
Almost seems like you gotta prioritize the stuff close to the surface so it don't take long per dig, you know?
Right, and try to
So you're not
weed out the
investing-
bad signals too.
You're not investing 10 minutes in nothing. I'm gonna post a bunch of videos of me cleaning up those bottles. Should be kind of neat.
Well, this is a pretty good signal, but it could be another pop can or tab. So we'll wait and see. It was about 9 inches down.
I think this guy had diabetes. Probably. Looks like he didn't do much farming, just drank Faygo and beer.
Alright, we got it out. We'll see what it is.
That
Another
pinpointer is a
pop can.
necessity. That thing's the key. Yep, there's a pop top, looks like, right there. I think. Is it?
Might be melted down like aluminum or something from
Oh yeah,
when they had all
I
the
see.
fires. It's awful light.
that's weird. It's kind of dense though, you know.
Let's see. Hang on. Yeah.
It feels, you know, neat. Dense.
Yeah, it feels like it's got like an air pocket in it though, or something, you know. Just gotta be being on a fire. Maybe go this way a little bit out of that trash always there.
Cool. I think my brother found another horseshoe yesterday, now that I remember. Maybe the day before. Yeah, this might have been a horse pasture for 100 years, you know.
Right.
Didn't get disturbed much. That's what I was saying in another video. Most of these fields have been plowed up every year for 150 years. So if there's something there, usually you're gonna find it already. This was kind of a unique situation. That's why we got the boss man out here.
A lot of times I like to pick line of sight, I always call it.
What was that?
Line of sight of, like, if you're trying to go from like a feature or a certain area where you want to get to.
You aim at a tree?
Yeah, like if you pick that spot, but if you're coming from like the old homestead,
Mm-hmm.
I always try to pick
Where they?
which way do you think somebody would have walked back then? Which way are you gonna walk?
That's neat.
Try to, just like we find a lot of stuff people don't realize is where old mailboxes were from the front of the house, and a lot of people hit that. That's in the that detected as a hobby, but
Do you find more in the by houses, or do you find them in fields like this? What is your preference? And I'm sure loose dirt like this is the way to go.
We always love to hit by a house, but here in Michigan that we find, and a lot of people's gonna probably say I'm wrong about this, but just from what we find in the areas that we go, we probably find more in the fields adjacent to the house that are right next to it than anything.
When they're baling hay, stuff falls out of their pockets, probably.
Well, and we're looking for real old stuff. They're walking to pick the crops by hand back in the day, or riding horse through the field, or whatever they're doing when they were farming back in the day.
They
Going over to work on something, or
they didn't have their metal detectors back then.
no, and half the time they wouldn't even know they lost the stuff. But we find by the house, a lot of the houses settle so much here in Michigan because of the free stall that we have, and a lot of people backfill around the houses so much. Now my machine goes down pretty far compared to a lot of other machines out there, but still, it's you just find that people, they change their driveways around, or they build a barn or a garage closer to the house, and they, ditch lines get changed over the centuries and stuff. So, not that we don't find stuff by houses, but I'm just saying some of our best finds have been in the fields.
Everyone comment and say if this guy's wrong or not. I'm just
That's
kidding.
right. They're all going to call me out. They're all going to say that they find it by the big oak tree in the front yard.
Hey, F those people. How about that?
That's right.
I think it's kind of neat educating people and stuff like this. I don't know nothing about it.
A lot of it's come from just years and years of us detecting and hitting different sites and talking with other people too, and just coming up with our own crazy theories that sometimes work out.
Yeah, he messaged me on Facebook. I have a post looking for vacant land. We do organic farming, so it takes special land that hasn't had any chemicals on it. So I posted looking for land, and he messaged through that. And we got hundreds of new acres this year. So he's in luck. And I've always wanted to do this. My family's never had this done before, so kind of neat. I would have figured you'd find just all kinds of bolts and stuff, but
Well, that's what's crazy. It must be just a dedicated dump site and stuff that they had. And they might have had a big pit, like what your dad was thinking. They bulldozed it over after the years.
I'll tell you what, somebody picked a lot of rocks out of this place, because I only found maybe 10 big ones in this whole place. I plowed every inch of it. We have some fields that just destroys our equipment right down the road.
But that whole line that is picked right from here to there was only a few pieces of trash in it that I could tell. There was nothing. So, and the other thing is, you could tell this really wasn't a structure here. It was mainly just a dump site.
It was probably just way back in the property, and they figured they'd never see
They
it.
had trash pickup and everything else like that, so they just used the spot that they weren't going to use that often.
You should see in Louisiana, man. They got those hollers, they call them. And they have like 20 refrigerators down there. My brother started hooking chains to them and pulling them out and scrapping that stuff. Kind of neat.
But I'm not finding a lot of nails. So that's usually our tell sign when we're close to a structure that might have caught fire, they tore it down or did something with it. They start finding a bunch of nails.
So what do you think? Think we're gonna find another coin?
Back here, it'd be nice to find it. It'd be nice to find a jar full of some kid's pennies or coins that you put in and forgot about.
I did find a closed jar with liquid in it.
Yeah.
Right up there. Might have been shine. If I get 100,000 views, maybe I'll take a sip. If I die, don't call me a YouTuber though. Not local YouTuber dies, you know. Say farmer or something.
I think probably the better stuff we're going to find is up towards that front yard, but we never know.
Well, you're the boss, man.
And that side field up next to the house too looks pretty good. You know, throughout the years they expanded the property this way more, so they kind of took more of that front yard away on the side this way of it. So like right now the machine's real quiet.
I have a feeling it's going to pick up here in a minute.
Yeah, we're getting a little closer to that spot.
So that coin, when were they silver?
64 and before that, so,
Oh,
we
so
just missed it.
2 years off. That'd have been a cool find.
Yeah.
It's in pretty good condition when you clean it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that one cleaned up good. And like you were saying, you can tell right away if it's been farmed a lot, because a lot of times it's been hit by a plow many times over. That one didn't look like it had any plow marks in it.
Where the heck all these damn seagulls come from? It looks like Cedar Point parking lot around here. There's a certain smell to Cedar Point parking lot, isn't there?
Oh yeah.
That's a Ohio theme park for the people in China. You'd be amazed at the people that watch my videos. Only 60% are from America, actually. People in Taiwan, Japan. Yep. I think 2% from Japan.
Let's scoot your way a little bit.
Yeah, we probably could have used you in Afghanistan.
I saw somebody's got a rig now. They put it on top of a tractor like yours,
Yeah, I seen that.
beating up all the ground.
Yeah, he's up on a bucket.
Yeah.
I tell you what, man, that Ukraine's a weird situation, ain't it?
Yes, it is.
You know, learning about Ukraine, they're actually one of the biggest farming countries in the world. They have like 30% of the wheat population, or not population, wheat supply. They got some mega farms though. You see their tractors?
Oh yeah.
It's kind of funny seeing a brand new John Deere over there. What's weird is in Afghanistan, they all had the same exact tractor.
Really?
Same model, everything. Yep.
Well, easier to work on. I wonder if they have the same problem getting John Deere service stuff like we do here.
I think it's probably like a Cuba situation. Like in 1960, for a few years, they were able to get a tractor, you know,
Right.
and then everything shut down.
I was looking at this colored glass right here. Look at that.
Yeah, I heard these ones tinted like this or something special. I don't know though.
Unless that's an old Mountain Dew bottle, maybe.
I seen a video of Salvation Army. A guy brings a black light into it, and if the glass looks like that on a black light,
Really?
it's something special.
Yeah, they got bubbles in it or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a dummy. Yeah, maybe I should just come wherever you go and just plow the area right beforehand, you know, go in that guy's front yard and just plow it up.
Okay.
This is old. You can tell by how thick it is. You can tell this is old by how thick it is, you know.
Oh yeah. Look how it squares itself off too. That might have been like a dinner glass or something.
I bet digging in here I'll find another 100 bottles. What the heck's that? Cool little neck.
Now that's cool. Blue.
Let's clean it up. You can have
Oh look,
it.
it's like a vase though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Super cool. I could see the blue. Look at that. It just color's amazing.
But it doesn't look, well, it might be
I
transparent.
think it's Egyptian. This one. Gift for your daughter.
Alright, I got a decent signal here, but it was bouncing a little bit on me. So I don't know if it's what it is exactly, but it says,
What does bouncing mean?
usually if it's not like 100% perfect metal, or if it's something that's crushed up or whatever else, the signal will bounce on you a little bit. That's how you kind of know that it might not be just a big button or...
I bet your knowledge saves you a lot of time. You know, I'd be out here digging up every little nail.
Well, like we used to say years ago, knowledge saves you, but you know, you got to dig every hole to find out, because sometimes you don't dig that one hole and...
Just like fishing, huh?
Yeah, and that's the time it might have been something good. So
I thought it was success just getting that coin. That was neat.
see, I'm deeper than that still.
I bet this would have been crappy trying to do if it wasn't plowed, because the stuff had been deep rooted, you know. This is thick weeds. It's like a mat, you know, got to cut through.
Yeah, I know.
It's
Hey,
like-
your plow does good work though.
Oh, dude, I was ripping. That's a old Ford plow that we bought from our relatives in Iowa just a few months ago. We didn't think we were going to use it much. I mean, as you can tell, it ripped this whole place.
All right, so it says I'm within a 4 or 5. So now I pinpoint it. Let me have to get a couple more scoops out of here.
Cool, man.
That's why I was bouncing. So whatever it is might not be that good now, because I started over here.
'Cause it was
it's
just
actually over
deep-
here 'cause of the ground.
Just junk deep then, you're saying? Yeah.
Oh, right there it is. Oh,
Yep.
dear.
Well, could you take aluminum off that?
Yeah.
Maybe that'd be the way to go.
Well, the problem is certain signals is gets close to them, so.
Yeah, I feel you. What's that, Budweiser?
Oh, what is this?
Yeah, that's what it is. Go woke, go broke. R.I.P. Budweiser. Back when they had good commercials.
Yep.
I'll tell you one thing, I have a few friends that have probably would have spent $2,000-3,000 already on Bud Light, and they just totally have been away from it now. So $24 a day, every day, that adds up. Kobe. R.I.P.
It's coming like a good signal, but
Yeah, it sounds like we're out on the beach. Damn seagulls. Too bad Goose can't be out, my dog. But they have a couple German Shepherds here, so you know that goes.
oh, what's that right there? Is that?
Wedding ring.
Big grommet.
What is it?
It's a grommet for something.
Spacer?
Yeah.
I think that's just a poor person's wedding ring.
Let's see. Gives me a better signal when it's a complete circle, though.
Because it has defined sides.
Yeah, or if it's sticking up this way on its edge, you know, give me a slightly tighter target sometimes, and it won't read it right. But yeah, some type of thing they had, canvas or whatever.
Neat. Probably Civil War. Oh, just kidding. Egyptian. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put on this our what do you call it? Our caption: Egyptian artifact found, and I'm gonna have your face on it.
That's right.
If anybody's mad about the oversell, message him, not me.
Oh, message me. Uh-oh.
What was that website you said to look at? How funny would that be if he sells like 10,000 metal detectors from this? That'd be
I
neat.
think for sure you might be able to get one then.
I have no idea why, but a male guy is now flying down in the field. That's really weird. Look at that. For some reason there's a male guy going 50 miles an hour on a Memorial Day.
In the middle of the field that there's no house back there.
Going back there to smoke a J. Start shooting at him.
I think this is bone, ain't it?
Looks like a hip bone. It's neat how bones do that. They have the...
Yeah, the marrow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you see a saw cut, so it's probably when they had the old farm here. Some beef or T-bone steak or something.
Oh, someone actually cut it.
Yeah, it's probably like a T-bone steak bone.
Nice. So this guy's out here drinking beer, eating steak, just tossing his crap, huh? If anybody knows what this is from, comment. Here you go. Want it?
No.
Just throw it.
Yeah.
I never know, you know. Maybe that's the owner's ex-wife. Yeah, happy Memorial Day, everybody, though. Couldn't ask for a better day. Good day to do this. And there goes the male guy. That's weird. I wouldn't even think they'd be delivering mail today. On Memorial Day, I don't know.
Probably realized he took a wrong turn.
Oh, how funny is that? What if you got stuck back there? That'd be funny. I pulled out a Amazon driver the other day.
Oh yeah?
With a poop truck. I had a truck full of cow poop. Stuff spilling over the sides.
There's really nothing this way when we get farther away from that dump.
Oh, here comes the guy with the backhoe. I think that's Steve.
Oh, I'm gonna have to take a water break.
Do you, man? Comment if he deserves a water break or not. I had a guy in the Marines. We just got through graduation, Paris Island. And one of my supposed achievements in life, and this guy looks at me, his name is Boris from Michigan. He goes, "I don't qualify to have ice." I'm like, what? I always think about that. I don't rate ice. Kind of weird thing to say. You'd be surprised, man. Cold water is kind of a neat thing when you're in Iraq. We used to just have a big box of water bottles, and it would just sit in the sun all day.
Yeah, super hot.
And then you find out that's exactly how you get cancer. What's funny is a lot of the bottles were Nestle, and they had a picture of a little black kid with a fro and a white kid, and the white kid's giving a bottle of water to the black kid, and it says "Water for Africa" on it.
Really?
So they took the Water for Africa and brought it and gave it to I don't know if it was Iraq or Afghanistan. That was kind of neat. I got a picture of it on my Facebook. So basically they ran out of water and took charity.
Of all the other water that we donated to Africa.
Yeah, and we were just using it to pour on our heads for showering and stuff, you know. Dumping like 6 of them out, brush my teeth. Yeah, in Iraq, we randomly went to a pond that God supposedly swam in. Rahalia, Iraq.
Really?
Yeah, and the captain of the company took off all his gear and went swimming, and I had to hold security. And it's kind of neat because everything was dead around there, and right there in Rahalia, it was green. There's trees. Yeah. And America's dumbasses idea to get the place thriving was to have a pig hunt. Start pig hunts there. I don't think that was successful. I think that I remember that. I don't know. That was a long time ago now. I'm an old Vietnam vet now. Talking about the past. Probably good workout for you.
It does, good exercise.
How heavy is that thing?
Well, it's a big coil on. I know Mind Lab guys would probably yell at me, but it's right around like 7 to 8 pounds, which is way heavier than some guys. Theirs is just over like a pound, pound and a half. Their machine, it seems like 2 pounds, something like that.
Wow. Made out of carbon fiber or something.
The Swing 45 harness to help take some of the weight off.
Yeah, it seems like a 1 point would be good. With a spring effect on it.
Right.
That's what the cool guys use in Afghanistan. Some guys actually used it on a saw, which looked pretty cool. With the collapsible butt stock. See how, I guess not. See how thick this plow rips. So all this stuff on top here was how much, like 6-8 inches underneath the ground.
Yeah,
So this is kind of ideal situation. You're gonna find something, I would think. There could be something right here. You just walk right over it.
Yep, you don't know.
Your eyes get overwhelmed by the choppiness, nothing flat. I think it's about to start picking up. What do you think?
Yeah, hopefully.
Once you get to right here, this trash spot. I guess the best way, if you really had a whole bunch of time, if this was your property, you would just nickel and dime it, you know. Come out here every day and spend a half hour.
Yeah, you kind of grid it off, do sections, and go from there.
Maybe you can talk to Steve and come by every once in a while. I don't think we're going to plant this until we clean it up, obviously. I don't want to drive over that again. One of them tires is pretty damn expensive.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it was worth it.
You see, it looked like just normal ground, and I went and did a pass, and then I'm like, holy crap, man, it was just a big pile of bottles everywhere. Pretty neat.
But it's right here on the big hill too, which is unusual.
Where would it, you'd think it'd be down somewhere in here, huh?
Well, unless he dug a pit there first and then used that to cover it, you know what I mean? Dug that and...
Yeah, you probably could wind down there too. You know, you could almost like just have like a bucket for tops and aluminum and just sit out here hour a day. You'd end up making some money on scrap for sure.
Some guys do that, they keep all their scrap value for metal detecting.
My brother can take one of those ACs off the side of the road and make 60 bucks, man. He breaks it all down and gets the coolant from it. Yeah, he's crazy. Freon, whatever they call it. Little scrapping guy.
We've got so much stuff just sitting on the surface over here. Not gonna really be able to swing too much in here. This big foil on. I can see if we can...
Just right on the outskirts, maybe. There's some big stuff in here too, obviously. Look at all this I found.
Spot.
The unknowingness about it makes me interested. Yeah. Who knows? Maybe try down there. Maybe they buried a bunch of stuff, who knows? See, there's some more of that.
Flint?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's what you look for, see if it's broke off or chipped off. That one's natural, but you'll see them where you can tell that they worked them.
Might be some around here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wedding ring.
I wish. Sounds like a good signal, but I'm losing it though.
Maybe it's deep.
I don't know what it is, but at least trying to get something out. See if we can find it. It's small. And I gotta watch my time, so I might start moseying that way and see if we can hit the front yard a little bit. You can YouTube some of that if you want.
Sounds good. Looks like my dad's ripping, so got the rest of the day. We started early. What time we start? 8?
Yeah.
I was supposed to sleep in today, but
I ruined that for you.
planting season ruined that.
I think this thing's deep, whatever it is, but I'm still reading 10 inches down. Nowhere near it, so I gotta.
What's that little wand called?
Pinpointer. Helps
Garrett?
locate you within about 3-4 inches of whatever a potential target is.
That's a Garrett?
Yep, that's a Garrett one. Waterproof.
Everyone else is barbecuing and you're out here shoveling. Oh, look at that.
Oh yeah.
That's old Liberator. What are those, remember those are called Liberators. They're a B24 maybe? I'm not sure, but those might have been the ones that they flew off the aircraft carrier to bomb Tokyo, or remember that when they did that sneak attack?
Right.
Took all the weight off of it. The reason why those planes fly around here is a Yankee Air Force museum and base in Willow Run is about 40 minutes away in Ypsilanti, and that's where they made what are the Flying Fortresses? What are those?
B-17.
The B-17. Probably one of the most important factories in the war effort. I think it was owned by Ford. Ford started it, I believe. I think GM, Ford, all of them got together, started pumping them out. I went to a World War II museum the other day, and there was a Jeep in there, and it said all the names of the different companies that made it. Like 10 different companies made Jeep.
Yeah, you got Willys, Overland, Ford.
Right.
I don't know if Hudson made one or not.
Yep. Kind of interesting. That World War II museum in New Orleans is amazing. They have 4 planes hanging from the ceiling. You can walk right up to it and see all the guns, you know. Give those guys credit. Seems like every time I go to record you, my shadow's in the way. Watch that. That's our first real effort on one, huh?
Yeah, well, it's right at the spot kind of where the clay is. So whatever it is, hopefully it's been there for a while. I'm having a tough time reading it from the machine, but it's there.
The tough ones are usually better, you think? Because it's deeper.
Well, especially if you're getting the clay, it's
Right.
not bouncing.
Mm-hmm. Might be a coin or something.
See, I'm opening up the hole and it's getting a little better signal, but
You're going to have to start your YouTube channel up again after this. Without that pinpointer, you probably couldn't do much. You'd have to do handfuls and wave it like that.
pretty much.
That's how I watched on YouTube. That's what I do. They'll take a handful like this and then they'll run it underneath the And then if it's radar, isn't it? I don't know why I said radar. It alerts.
I think I get another one.
So does your family enjoy when you're on vacation that you go metal detect?
Well, I do it early before they wake up, so it works out.
You're not the dorky dad on the beach?
Oh yeah, they won't go out with me. No.
It seems like a beach would be the place you'd find rings and all that.
Oh, I find rings.
All that for a Roman nail.
I think that might have been an old piece of barbed wire.
Probably from the pyramids, I'd say.
All right.
Wanna go walk to the front?
Yeah.
Probably can metal detect while you go there, huh?
I'll probably throw in the truck. I'll drive up a little bit.
Cool.
We'll swing it into the truck for sure.
All right, I'll be back. I'm just gonna keep it rolling if that's all right with you, because I'm not good at editing. I need to buy a laptop. If anybody has any suggestions on a nice laptop for a starting editor,
It's pretty close to the surface. Might be a can, but because he plowed everything, who knows what it could be. Piece of aluminum.
Nice backdrop for this beautiful sky and everything.
Oh yeah. You got your one tractor working over there while we're playing over here.
You know, that's the boss man, you know, and I think he forgot how to drive one of them, so you gotta give him a little practice every once in a while. Here it comes again. So we see a mailman drive by, fly by, and then we see World War II plane. Pretty neat. Can you imagine that thing going over you and bombing you? No thank you. That museum actually burned down, Yankee Air Force Museum. They had to rebuild it.
Really?
Yeah, maybe, I don't know, 10, 15 years ago. They had all kinds of artifacts in there. They remade it, rebuilt it. Have you ever been to the Wright Brother Museum?
No.
They got a B-2 bomber in there.
Really?
They got a replica of the nuclear bombs. They got a Air Force One. I think they got a spaceship. Pretty sweet. Mooncraft, landing craft. I think it's in Ohio. B-2 bomber though. That's really cool. Right next to you. So if we sell 1,000 metal detectors, we're gonna get cut.
So hopefully this metal detector's for a lifetime.
Yeah, I'll just
He
take the.
ships all over the world. I know
I'll just
that.
take the battery. Don't ask much.
Yeah. It's the top of like a thermos crushed.
Hmm.
It would have been like the old cup part of it.
I'm not kidding, man. You just said if this was all aluminum and you just sat there and collected this, you'd start getting some weight. It helps that half of it's dirt. We'll start making our way to the front. He believes there's a. That's for the. What'd you say? 130-year-old house, or?
140 is what the homeowner told us.
And in a front yard like that, that probably doesn't get disturbed much.
Yeah, the biggest thing you worry about is how close it is to the road. The road is pretty close here, but I can tell it's always had basically the same.
I think this was a main street back in the day too.
Main distance of the front yard, so it's not like they took much of it away. Because people don't realize, you know, most days they always see a nice paved street. Well, here in Michigan, you see a lot of potholes in paved streets, but people don't realize that they paved the streets right over top the old wagon trails and the horse trails. That's how they became the roads. So
This goes right to Detroit.
yeah, this
So
would have been the main artery.
so farmers would take their horse and buggy and drive away to Detroit to deliver the grain. Some of them.
And along the way, they would have houses and farms they'd stop at and eat. And
My grandpa said they would drive like a 4020 or a smaller or older tractor than that with just like a gravity wagon full all the way down Grand River.
really?
Oh yeah. I can't imagine what my dad and grandpa have seen the changes around here.
Oh yeah. See the freeways get put in and stuff.
It's actually kind of cool for us that it's not big, huge fields. It's a bunch of small ones because it gives us access to them. If these were all mega farms, they'd be all locked down, you know. So instead, down each one of these roads, there's 50 individual homeowners with 30 acres, and every one's a different situation. So there might be 25% of the land around here that's just sitting there vacant. You go knock on their door, you might hit gold. It's kind of neat. I heard in Iowa, when somebody dies, there's a line at the funeral trying to wait to talk about the land, you know,
Buy the land and lease the land out.
or just rent it or whatever. I think Bill Gates is the first in that line, but
Yeah.
I guess we're in the right business if Bill Gates isn't it.
All right. Let's move on up to the.
Yep, I'm gonna walk there, I guess, and
All right.
so you're switching coils now.
Yeah, going from the 17 inch to the standard 11.
We're up by the house now. He wants to try around the house, I believe.
Biggest thing when you're up by the roads like this, you always look for kitchen litter and stuff out of the truck, so you get a lot of aluminum. But
Well, if it's in the ground a couple inches, then probably not, huh?
yeah, well, that's
Or does it work its way down?
Well, everything will sink over time, you know. But you know, if we're looking for coins and buttons and other little artifacts like that, especially from the turn of the century or older, then obviously those are going to be way farther down.
Right.
Once we find something that is close to the time frame that we're looking at, we can kind of establish how far down we should be looking for. I mean, sometimes we go on sites and we find stuff from the 1800s and it's 2-3 inches down. Other times it'll be, you know, a foot down every single time. It just all depends on the soil. Like I said, if they backfill or turn it up. Obviously, they never farmed in front of the house here, so.
I hope we find a T-Rex. It looked good on my coffee table.
That's right.
T-Rex skull. I heard a story about a guy went to I think it was on Joe Rogan podcast. This guy came to him and goes, "Hey, I'm looking for dinosaur bones. Can I look around your property?" The guy said, "Yeah." And hour later came back, goes, "Yeah, I just found a T-Rex skull in your backyard. You just made $1 million."
Holy smokes.
Yeah. I could use a couple of those right now.
Mm-hmm.
You should get you an apprentice. You do the wanding and he does the digging, you know. There we go. Sorry about the noise with the cars. You know, I was down in Detroit delivering wood yesterday and I ended up on the Grand Prix circuit course.
Oh, yeah, I was down there when they were setting it up a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. That's gonna be a good time. I'm gonna go down there. Over there. Yeah, this is 8 Mile right here, and this goes all the way to Detroit. You'd probably be a good weed whacker.
Right.
Gold?
No, it might be a penny though. Doesn't sound like a wheat penny. Sounds more like a memorial, but we'll see if it's even that.
What does that mean?
A wheat penny is pre-1956.
Oh. And that's
So-
copper? Or?
Yeah, it's more copper based, but give it a little bit different. And then the memorial, Lincoln Memorial penny, a lot of zinc in it and just trash.
You would think deeper here would be better, but
Well, that's what we'd want. I want to see what the soil content is too, so.
I think you got me hooked on metal detecting. I mean, you're gonna have to start a different YouTube channel.
Yeah, it's fine with me.
Two Cox metal detecting. specializing in scrap.
Oh.
Oh,
You know what this is?
nice.
I think this might be the back of a pocket watch cover.
Damn.
Let's see if it is.
That'd be cool.
I think that's what this is.
You're pretty good at this.
Not silver. Just because I found enough of them, that's about the right size.
Yeah, it is, ain't it? I thought it was a gas cap at first. Huh?
I think this is.
What kind of material is it?
This one would have been probably copper. Yep, that's exactly what this is.
No way. What year?
See the little tab right there?
1800s?
Oh, this is old, so
I'm happy for you. You gotta get something.
we'll check the hole just to see. But yep, that's would have been latch right there. Would have been pulled over.
Too bad it ain't gold.
Sometimes, you know, I can clean it up and send you some pictures later. But I don't see no writing on it.
Yep, better start a YouTube channel. That's super cool, dude. There's the watch.
That's why you always recheck. I tell you what, I can't tell you how many times I'll.
Here's the sterling silver watch.
Yeah, I hope, but it's probably not.
I watch the pawn shop stuff too. Like I like watching all that stuff. It's amazing what's worth money. I found some old cards that my dad had from the 70s. Kind of cool. There's the watch. Abraham Lincoln's watch. Huh. Must be in your hand, huh? I wanted to go deeper for some reason, you know. Seems like deeper's better.
Yeah, whatever. That's real small. Might be a little piece of. Not the other part of the watch, though. But
Super cool. Huh, damn.
well, like I said,
That was nice.
kind of right back in the front yard where they would have been going to the mailbox and stuff.
And then this would have been a buggy, like we said, this is gonna go straight to Detroit. You know, and then when they made the roads, they might have pushed the dirt outwards.
Well, that's the thing. Sometimes
Rolled it out here.
High we're built up here, so you know, depending where they got this dirt from, there might have been a ditch here before or something.
Man, that's super cool. Pocket watch. That was probably pretty important to somebody. I'm gonna have to ask Steve about that mailman. That was super weird. Are you picking up a bunch of trash, or is it?
Yeah, there's a lot of trash in here.
It's so interesting to me that you can tell the difference. And then you could tell that that was a
Better signal.
that's pretty amazing to me.
Like I said, though, you know, I was thinking it might have been a penny because of the material content. So, like, if that would have been gold or silver, it came up as a different signal. I would have known right away, wouldn't it?
Man, that'd have been a nice little gold piece.
Yeah.
Have you found gold ones?
Pocket watch? No. I found a few different gold jewelries before, you know, necklaces, earrings, a couple rings, but no old coins yet that are gold or pocket watches or anything like that.
If we get on a honey hole, you might have to skip your get together.
Now this is a little chirpy. It's a good signal, but it's chirpy. So it could be standing on its edge or something. It's about the same distance, about 6 inches down, so that might be our ticket. That's what that one was just about.
So what do you think? They were checking their watch and it broke in half and just fell, or it's got
Yeah,
crushed
they dropped
probably?
it and it popped the back half
Yeah.
off. Or
Probably got-
could have been kids playing with the.
Probably got crushed or something. Yeah. A little worm.
So it's bouncing a little bit, but still coming up as a good signal, about 6 inches down right here. Now I got a lot better, so let's see.
Yeah, that thing's nice. Something big, huh?
It's a spoon.
Silver
Oh, let's see here. A little tap knocks on this one.
spoon.
Yeah, see where that's where it would have been right there. The shaft of it's folded
yeah.
over. Probably silver plated, so since it still has the color on it, so we're sterling silver.
I should go tell my dad I quit. Go
Right.
retire. Just gonna be cool cleaning up and getting pictures of this.
Yeah, this one, you know, it's nice to find the shaft because then right in the shaft will tell you,
Yeah,
you
it'll
know
say.
exactly what it is and
Mhm.
stuff, and you see any hallmarks and stuff. So we're missing that, but
I think
you
we're
can tell
on.
it's grazed on. So
I think we're on a good area though.
Oh yeah.
That's not no Chinese shit.
No, this is old.
How old?
Well, the way that's attached on there, it's probably 1920s, maybe something like that, maybe a little older.
Cool. I got about 20 more fields, brother.
I know. We're gonna hit a few at a time.
Hey, post suggestions for our new YouTube channel on metal detecting. I think Two Cocks metal detecting will work, but
That or if anybody has any old farm property that they want to
Yeah.
detect it on.
you want to put your email, or I don't know how they get a hold of you.
Yeah. Well, have them message you and then.
Yep, message me, and if you got any property you want him to metal detect, and maybe you'll even get to meet me. I was saying to my dad, if I had a little booty, man, I'd already have 1 million followers on this, I bet. Like a cheat code. I never really thought about it. This is a nice area to do this, though, right on this road.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of old farms up and down here. It looks like.
This area right here is where all the old Ford and GM executives lived, and they all had, 10, 15 horses. This was one of the richest places for horses in the entire world around here. Yeah, Oakland County. Yeah, and, think about it. Almost every place on this whole road is, a little 15-acre horse parcel. So that cast on there, how it was casted on that spoon, that means it's old.
Yeah, it would have been probably like brazed on or something, or soldered on.
Not from Dollar Tree. 3-pack, $1.
Right. Man, I gotta reset my machine on something.
You what?
And they must have a lot of underground cables coming right through here to the house.
Oh,
So it's giving me an interference, so I gotta do a reset on the interference signal. To,
hey, cable's scrap. Let's pull it up. You do it. I'll stand back.
Right. I think it's got a lot of power going through.
You got rubber shoes on.
Yeah.
I've had to replant my garden 3 times now from this frost. Yeah.
I think this is trash, but it's coming up just a nice clean signal. Not real high signal, but it's only about 4 inches down, so we'll just
So
give it a
not
shot. It
not
might
too
be
much,
pop
not,
can or something.
not too much effort.
Yeah. Sometimes it's just better, as long as the signals are clean, it's not bad digging it. It's right there in the top lid, the plug, so.
Yep.
Trash.
You're pretty good at this. You know what you're talking about.
Like I said, sometimes it's just worth digging because you never know.
How cool would that have been if that watch had like a rating on it, you know?
Well, I did find a silver plated pocket watch one time. It was missing the face on it, but it was half complete. That was on old property from the mid-1800s too.
Oh, you do got a harness there. I didn't even know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Take
exactly
some
what I
of
was
the weight off.
talking about. You should get a tactical one so you look cool. I probably got one laying around the house. I actually stole my flak jacket. I still got it from Afghanistan. Yeah. Sappy carrier. It's so neat how you know what is what.
That's one reason why I haven't really switched my machines. Like I said, there's other machines out there that are lighter and this and that. This to me is the most versatile machine. I'm going water with it, submerge it, salt water, fresh water, dry it, it doesn't make a difference, but I know it so well, so that's why.
I got a field right on the Huron River we should try out. Right on the shoreline.
That'd be a good one.
That'd be a good place to do this is over there where everybody tubes when they're all drunk. Find all kinds of phones, and these phones last underwater now.
Yeah, people dry them out and turn them in and still get 20 bucks.
When I go tubing, I lose everything now. If anybody wants, they can post this on metal detecting fan groups and help us out. Spread word. Get more eyeballs.
Good signal, but it says it's only 2 inches down, so.
Too new.
Yeah, well. Usually if it's reading something like that, it's either something really big and it's deep, or it's right on the surface and it's junk. Now it's reading a little bit farther down.
That's good.
Yeah. Sometimes it's just easier to figure out what spot you got to dig in, save yourself a little time. See, it seems like rock here. But I think this old driveway curved a little bit different, where they brought a lot of rock into the building. like I said,
Hmm.
too close to the surface. But
I see what you're saying.
sometimes you just gotta dig them, though.
But you know, something like that could, if it's, could even be a ring, you know.
Yeah, somebody just dropped something.
Right. But you'd probably be able to hear the difference in that. It's
Yeah.
gold. I bet at a golf course you'd find things.
Oh,
I bet people lose rings at golf courses all the time.
yeah. Or beaches, public, like the swimming areas.
Right. You ever seen where they find the megalodon or whatever they are, the teeth?
Down south.
Yeah. So when metal detecting, do you have to have a cool hat like that, or
Just keeps the sun off me.
does it come with the metal detector?
No. It just keeps the sun off my neck.
Do you wear shorts on the beach, or
Yeah.
do you actually go out into the water a couple feet, or?
Oh yeah, I have a wetsuit I put on too, and I'll go with it.
Nice. Yeah, I've been on the side of the Huron River. It'd be a good place to walk up and down.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, it's a real big field too. So there's probably a quarter mile that
Well,
it
that'd be good
touches.
for a lot of Native American artifacts too.
I went fishing one time there, me and my buddy, and we caught a pike within like 15 minutes.
Holy smokes.
Here's a gas line, so
Yeah, it's like that underground.
everyone's wondering what the heck we're doing.
I don't think we're probably surveyors.
You do got the survey look going. Is it pretty good?
Yeah. This is a nice tone.
What you guess? You seem like you've been spot on.
Well, it's coming a little bouncy, but it's kind of coming in like a dime.
I can't believe you can tell the difference. Pretty deep. How deep? 6 inches?
Yeah, probably about 5-6 inches. So hand, it's right there, we're right on it. So.
Deeper. That's good. It's probably one of the tools from the pipe guys.
Well, I hope not, because they should be a couple feet down and we're within a couple inches. That underground stuff, they would
If you start smelling gas, let me know. I think I'm a bit faster runner than you.
That's right.
This is fun.
Something. Deep.
Well, all that.
The tag.
Tag. That's neat.
Slow, medium, something.
Off a tractor? Lawnmower, maybe?
Yeah, something.
Pretty old, probably. Huh. Oh, there you go. Pretty neat. What do you think it is?
Yeah, probably something.
Off a tractor or lawnmower?
Yeah, something little.
Look pretty old. Maybe it's Egyptian?
Hieroglyphics.
This gave my answer for everything.
We'll finish this pass and do one up by the
Cool.
fence again, and I'll be out of town.
We'll have to make video number 2.
Absolutely.
See, I got the easy job. You'd be surprised though, holding a phone up for 3 hours or 2 hours is
Your arm be a little sore.
I can't believe how nice these phones are though. Good cameras.
Alright, I'm gonna go right along the fence.
It'd have been fun using one of these around Saddam's palace in 2004. You'd probably find bricks of gold all over the place. You ever hear the stories about the guys trying to, the army guys trying to smuggle it back? Sending letters to your mom with $10,000 in each one, I actually lived in an old drug lord's house in Afghanistan for a little bit. Yeah. It'd be considered a mansion in Afghanistan, but it was pretty junky. Sangin, Afghanistan, I think. I can't remember.
pop can, but we'll dig it.
You can tell.
Yeah. Probably some type of aluminum can.
Benjamin Franklin's pop can.
It's moved a little bit. It is about 6 inches down, so.
Now, if this is something really cool, we're gonna have to go evaluate all the pop cans you thought before.
Well, the signal's getting better as we undig it, so.
Don't try defending
No, it
yourself. Oh,
It's getting up to like a wheat penny now.
I get you. I don't even. It's pre-1956.
56.
Pretty deep. Oh yeah, deep.
Big shovel back to it.
It'd be fun doing this around World War II sites too.
Oh yeah.
Probably dangerous though. There's a gold nugget, huh? Yeah, you probably find all kinds of unexploded ordnance. This thing's deep.
Well,
Ancient
it's a
nail.
That's why the signal was moving on me, because of the shape.
Right. No defined corners. Another nail. Probably old nail.
Well, that's probably when they put the fence up or something.
Oh. If it was me, you'd find about 50 of them. I'm always missing nails. I didn't think a nail would be that deep.
Oh, we find some, especially old 1800 square nails.
Handmade.
Yeah, some of them.
I wish you would have done my old farm that we had right down the road here. Home farm.
Straightforward with the big detector, just because we might be just chasing trash.
You'll be able to find what it is better.
Yeah, I'll
Type of
rehit it
material.
just to see what the signal is. No, that's still the signal. So one signal's gone. That was what the nail was. Let's see what this is. It's real rocky right here. You can see. I think they had another driveway, and let's just get to walking. Out in front of the house where the
I'm complex because I figured that deep would be something cool, but I just found a nail, so I don't know.
well, this is whatever we're on now. That's 10, I think.
Pop can.
old mason jar.
Hmm.
That's the inside of it, and that would have been the top lid of it.
Hmm.
See the writing on it?
It's not that old. It's plastic, right?
Well, it should be porcelain. Is that plastic or porcelain?
Oh.
That's porcelain.
Neat.
So it's glass.
What year do you think that's from?
Well, they stopped doing the porcelain, I think, in like the 70s, the 60s or 70s.
Oh, it says Bell on there.
Yep.
Neat. Better than a nail.
Yeah, see, part of the lid. Probably had jam and other stuff out here before. And
Well, you were saying you wish you had found one full of money, though, so
yeah.
we're on the right track. Yeah, I'm gonna go buy me one. You don't have an old one for sale, huh?
Yeah, I got a couple things. At least get you started.
Can I trade for organic corn?
Absolutely.
You got any old cars or anything?
Yeah, I got a MGA I'm redoing for my daughter, a 1959.
Is that a European?
Yeah, a little two-seater.
Real small?
Yep. And then I got a...
Why that? Did you guys have roots from England or?
No, our buddy had it, so I picked it up from him.
That's neat. That's gonna be your first car? Or?
Yeah, she won't drive it, you know, unless it's a nice sunny day. But
Is it stick?
yep, our original. I tore it
She's gonna be the last young lady who knows how to drive a stick.
just about. Got everything out of there.
Yeah, I don't like riding in small little cars. I've driven pickups my whole way. I feel like I'm gonna die when I get on the freeway, you know.
That's me too.
I don't even like Ford Rangers. Too small. That's cool though, mason jar. Would you say porcelain?
Yeah, porcelain lid underneath.
Full of 1970s marijuana.
Yeah.
What about by big trees? That seems like that'd be a good spot. Where, you know,
The only difficult by big trees is to get big roots, and then you can fight them for a long time. Because they'll suck something down with it in their root system.
there used to be a model airplane place around here. So it was right by one of our fields. So me and my dad would always go to the biggest tree in the area and look at the base, and we'd find parts of them. And
Oh yeah, where they're sitting down or
Yeah.
ran into it.
one of them I found was a Beavis and Butthead inside and flying it.
Yeah.
Yeah, little
Well, that's
characters.
it. I'm
Thank-
out of time for the day, so.
Well, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Thank you. Found some cool things. Do you want to show them all what we found? Put it on your tailgate, maybe?
Let's go by tailgate.
He has to get going to a family event, and I have to drive a tractor for next 10 hours. It was cool. We'll have to do this again. Subscribe, and like I said, there's videos of me finding about 100 antique bottles over there. I'll clean them up and post more about that. Let's see what we got here.
So we got a lot of trash, but there's some part of the mason jar lid.
Crushed thermos cap.
Yeah.
Somebody was pissed about that. Somebody's wife grounded them. bell cap that goes with this.
Horseshoe.
What era did you say? 1800?
Yeah,
Late?
I'd say that's at least turn of the century, maybe a little bit older. Here's the pocket watch
Yep.
cover. That'd have been the back cover of it.
And I'll get you more info on that once he cleans it up.
I don't know where I put that dime at. The dime's rolling around here somewhere, but
Yep,
can
and we
take
got
it
a
up, too.
1966
Yep.
dime too, so successful day. Thank you guys, and I'll post more.